Sawadee Krap. The decline in COVID cases in Phuket has prompted the governor to temporarily suspend the two field hospitals on the island. Welcome to this May 12th edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. Let's start with the possible 300 baht or less tax on foreign arrivals, all meant to cover pandemic insurance once inbound flights in Thailand resume. The Tourism and Sports Ministry is considering implementing the so-called COVID tourist tax collected from each foreigner who arrives in Thailand by air, land, or sea. Officials say the money would be added to the tourism fund, which the ministry says they use to rebuild and develop tourism supply chains in the country, in addition to providing safety and protection for tourists. The estimated amount each tourist would pay would be around 300 baht according to the tourism ministry, but it might be cheaper. A feasibility study is now looking into the whole thing before it's presented to the cabinet in Bangkok for potential approval. The tax was actually discussed last year, but its implementation was delayed, and now officials say that this is the perfect time to start implementing it. Meanwhile, the Tourism Authority of Thailand has set a new target of between 14 to 16 million tourist arrivals this year, down from their projections of 33 million that was made in March. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. With no new COVID cases in Phuket today and only 4 announced in the past week for the island, Governor Phakapong Tavipat is ordering the temporary closure of the field hospitals which are treating COVID-19 patients at the moment. The governor explained that Thailand health officials last month predicted that Phuket would have 677 confirmed cases by April 26, but on that day, the island had only 206 cases. Only 13 patients are being treated at Field Hospital 1 at the still under construction new provincial hall in Phuket town, and 6 patients at the second field hospital near Prince of Songkla University, Phuket campus. The first hospital will close temporarily on May 31st, the second on May 15th, but the governor stressed that if infections increase, the field hospitals will reopen. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. A total of 2 new coronavirus cases were announced for Thailand today with no new deaths, as Phuket announced no new cases for the second straight day. The total for the nation is now 3,017 cases, with nearly 93% recovered, and the death toll is still at 56. The number of provinces without a new COVID-19 case in the past 28 days is now at 50. In Phuket, officials announced no new cases, with the total still at 224, with 196 people recovered. Phuket officials are thinking of what to do regarding the 4 new COVID-19 infections announced this past Sunday, which were not in any of the areas that are still under lockdown on the island, while other areas that haven't had a new infection in 2 weeks could have their lockdowns lifted. Earlier this month, the Phuket lockdown was lifted for the entire island except for the risk areas that still had COVID cases. But slowly, these lockdowns are being lifted, with Rasadas Soy Bangchilau's lockdown lifted last Friday, and the lockdown of Muban Prachasamaki in Koh Keo will be lifted tomorrow, May 13th. The lockdowns of certain parts of Chungtalay will be lifted on Thursday. Parts of Wichit and Bangla Road and Patong, as of now, are still under lockdown until May 30th. But now officials are considering what to do in the wake of the 4 new cases that were in parts that are not under lockdown, including Mu 4 of Chungtalay, 2 cases in Wichit, and 1 in another part of Patong that's not Bangla Road. Officials say they've screened everyone in those areas, but if cases increase, they're mulling the possibility of having rolling lockdowns as new cases develop in Phuket. Nothing is set in stone as of now, but stay up to date with the latest at thephuket.news.com. And that's it for Phuket Extra today, brought to you by PSD Windows and Doors. For safe, secure, and soundproof windows, visit pvcphuket.com. We'll be back tomorrow to bring you all the news you need to know. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.